Minecraft 1.21 is going to change villager trading so that you have to explore different biome villages to get different trades, but is there really even a problem with the current villager trading? Also, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel, as your support really means a lot. So the upcoming 1.21 update villager changes are only experimental at the moment, which means they are still a work in progress and subject to change. But so far the experimental changes have made it so that librarian villagers from different biomes now sell different enchanted books, and each village has one unique enchantment that can only be obtained from librarian villagers in that biome. This means that if you want to get all of the enchanted books that villagers can sell, you would have to travel to all of the biomes where villages spawn and trade there instead, which means you would have to build a trading hall in all of the different biomes where villages spawn, or you could move all the villagers from different biomes into one main trading hall you have already built. Either way, it will still be harder to make a trading hall in 1.21, since you won't be able to have one trading hall with all the trades anymore unless you are willing to move tons of villagers from many biomes all over the world. Plus, you also have to consider the fact that there are also jungle and swamp villagers, but no villages for that biome. This means you would have to create your own villages in those biomes, and it also just so happens to be that the jungle and swamp librarian villagers are the only ones who sell unbreaking and mending books, which of course are the most valuable books you can get from villagers. And since the most valuable books come from villages that don't even exist, that means you would have to put even more work to get the best enchanted books that villagers can sell. But of course, once you actually have the villager, it will continue to act as normal, and you would always be able to trade with the villager as long as it has stock of the items you want. What this essentially means is that if you already have a villager trading hall built and have unlocked all the possible trades, then the villagers and their trades won't be affected as long as the villager was made before the 1.21 update. This will allow you to keep the trades from the villagers you already have, so you can continue to get the best items from the villagers in a trading hall you have already built. This also includes the villagers that have been cured multiple times to get the best trades, since those villagers will also remain unaffected and will keep all of their trades. What this all means is that right now is the best time to build a villager trading hall if you haven't already, since in the 1.21 update you won't be able to get all the enchanted books from one biome village anymore, and you also won't be able to lower a villager's trades all the way down to 1 emerald. But then if all the current villagers are going to be unaffected by the upcoming changes, it makes you question, why is villager trading even being changed in the first place if it will only go into effect for villagers made after the 1.21 update? The main reason for this is likely just to make it harder to create a good trading hall, since you would have to first explore every possible village after you start a new world, but also still allowing you to be able to build the best trading hall once you have been in a world for a longer time and have transported all the villagers to one location. Because with the current villager trading system, you can get all of the possible trades villagers can offer in just one biome, and really villager halls are just meant to help you get items faster, since you would otherwise have to build individual farms for each of the items that villagers sell. What this means is that the current villager trading system can be considered too strong, but only depending on your progression so far in a world. Look at it this way: if you start a brand new survival world, a trading hall will allow you to get lots of items that would take you longer to get without a trading hall, such as enchanted books, armor and tools. But in an established world that you've had for a while, a trading hall will help you get items faster, since by then you would likely already have many farms for different items, but still choose to use villagers to get items, since they sell many different and useful items in just one place. Plus, the fact that villagers can sell enchanted diamond tools would probably be considered way too strong early game, but at the same time it's something really useful but not too strong late game, since you could easily and quickly get good tools from villagers. Even though you can already craft and enchant diamond tools, villagers are still just the faster method. So really, when you think about it, there is nothing wrong with the current villager trading system except the fact that it is too easy to get early on in a world, and the experimental changes in the 1.21 update are trying to make it harder to get villagers early in a world while still keeping them the same for people who are later in a world and likely already have their own trading hall set up. And this is really the perfect solution, because the upcoming changes would only affect the villagers made after the update, while leaving all villagers made before 1.21 with the exact same trades they currently have. This will allow you to keep getting all the items you can currently get from villagers, and at the same price too, if you've already lowered all their trades to 1 emerald. Plus, this also includes the enchanted diamond tools, which would become harder to get after the update, since they would be locked to different biomes, with the unbreaking enchanted book only being found in jungles and the mending enchanted book only being found in swamps, and both of which don't even have villages. And all of the other enchanted books would also only be found in different biomes that can be a bit harder to find, like the savanna or desert. And since villagers won't be able to sell items for 1 emerald anymore, that means you will need a lot more emeralds, which would make something like a raid farm perfect for supplying a villager trading hall. Not only would a raid farm give you lots of emeralds to keep on trading, but it will also provide lots of other items as well which you can use for villager trading or something else. Plus, if you aren't able to get your villagers' trades down to 1 emerald, then a raid farm would be perfect since it would give you tons of emeralds, which means the slightly higher prices from villagers wouldn't be a problem at all. And despite all of the changes to villagers, their trades will remain mostly the same except that they will no longer sell enchanted diamond armor or a few enchanted books, but they will still be able to sell enchanted diamond tools, which is great because you can get some decent tools from villagers and then use an anvil to combine the tools and make them better. Being able to directly buy an enchanted diamond tool is better and faster because it saves you some time and resources from having to craft a new tool and then get the books to enchant it. Plus, if you are able to lower a villager's trades, then you would also be able to get a really good deal on a tool which you can combine with others to improve the enchantments. The good thing is that villagers will still be able to sell these really good tools even after 1.21, assuming there are no further changes. But even if there are more changes to how villagers will work, one thing that's for sure is that current villagers' trades will not be changed as long as you have traded with them at least once, which will lock in their trades. This will allow you to continue using the same villagers you currently have and at the same prices too. However, these villagers with really good trades will no longer be possible to make after the 1.21 update, which means you need to protect them at all costs since they would not be replaceable after the update. And this also includes the librarian villagers that sell enchanted books for crossbows, tridents, and fishing rods, since enchantments for those tools will no longer be sold by villagers after the 1.21 update. This includes enchantments like Quick Charge, Riptide, and Luck of the Sea, which will have to be obtained either by enchanting or by finding them in structure chests. This change will make those specific enchantments slightly harder to get, but if you already have a villager that sells those enchantments, then you will still be able to continue trading for those enchantments even after the 1.21 update. And even though there are some enchanted books that villagers will no longer be able to sell, the rest of the villagers' trades will remain mostly the same, which means you will still be able to continue trading for the same items you can currently get from villagers. So even though the current villager trading system might be considered too strong, it really isn't changing much besides the fact that it will take longer to set up a good trading hall and the fact that librarian villagers will only be able to sell enchantments based on which biome they are from. This will only make it a bit harder to set up a trading hall after 1.21, but it still leaves your current villager trades completely the same, meaning they will keep their exact items and prices they already have. Even with all of the changes being made to villagers in the upcoming 1.21 update, all of your existing villagers will remain unaffected and will keep the exact trades that they already have. The only thing that will change will be the villagers that are made after the update, since they will no longer be able to sell certain items depending on which biome they are from, and there will also be some items which they will no longer sell at all, plus the fact that they will no longer be able to sell anything for just 1 emerald anymore. This is why right now is the best time to get all the best trades you can get from villagers so that you can continue to keep on getting lots of really good items from villagers even after all the changes are made to them in the 1.21 update.